Is it really you? Ah! What have you been through? Where are you?
Shh. We should let her get some rest. Burton.
Who are you?
We all walk our own paths, seeking our own answers. But our paths will surely cross again.
Timekeeper. This room had always been locked to me, but now it is blindingly white.
Mr. Igor.
I wouldn't sit in that chair, not unless you know it to be necessary.
Erd sat here. I wanted to try it myself.
Find anything useful?
Some documents on the experiment. The person who told me about this room might be interested. But if you mean to ask about Erd specifically, I haven't learned anything more than I did on my first visit. You were there. What do you know about the experiments in this room? What did they want from her? What did you do to her?
The things that Pax House did to Earth. I'm sure you've pieced it together somehow. After the second storm, the Foundation led an effort to build an emergency response system. But after Manus Vindicta reared their head, and in the wake of the vanishing of 2 eras, we realized no system could stop the storm. We needed Earth.
And you tracked her down, only to find she'd become someone else. An investigative journalist, a humanitarian doctor, anything but the identity you were hoping for. You tried every method to force that version of her, a blind woman you had no need of, into becoming Erd again, the one from 1999.
We, or the Pax House, believe that no matter the nature of the storm, whether Manus Vindicta forged new psyches from the realm of souls, or twisted the entire material world to warp memories on a universal scale, the key to every question about the storm was tied up in Earth, The original Earth. The Loop Laboratory and the vessel ensoulment experiments conducted here were dedicated to finding that key.
Was that your goal? To find her and end all this? Igor, do you also want to return to the era before the storm?
Just as I suspected, they didn't have time to evacuate with these materials. Take it.
It's heavy.
The weight of 43 souls combined.
Huh?
The souls of those whose identities were displaced after the storm. I abducted them from all around the world, a way to regain my footing among the ranks. I placed my trust, my hope even, in the Foundation, believing that these experiments would one day bring back the people I loved.
But you chose to walk away.
43. Each soul left behind a husk. I buried every one of them. I've buried so many people since the storm. I've lost count. I stopped counting. Arcana's body was annihilated, but her presence and yours. Even with my modest lineage, I feel her presence everywhere, at all times. She bestowed on me a boon that let my army cross the storm. It worked as she promised. But after leaving Antarctica, the barrier that boon created could shelter only one person. I did still use it as a beacon to find a new sanctuary, but it cost us dearly in time and effort. Meanwhile, Krutov seized the opportunity to wreak havoc along the Don. This is Arcana's mockery of me, the mixed blood Arcanist who dared mimic Noah.
But you managed to build your own ark, didn't you? Huh?
You are the true savior destined to lead us from the flood. Take it. Back to our deal, Timekeeper. I brought you to this laboratory as promised, and told you secrets the Foundation would rather keep hidden. Along with this boon, I believe I have done enough to earn your favor.
What is it that you want?
Only that you consider me a partner in the future, so that we may help each other when the need arises.
I'm still the timekeeper of the St. Pavlov Foundation. You're betting your life and freedom on nothing more than my favor.
Not my first gamble. I have confidence. You and I share the same enemy in Arcana. There is another matter. Krutov has passed the mask trial. He is more dangerous than ever before. We defeated him at Tamarovka, but there was no sign of his body.
So you're suggesting...
Manus Vindicta lacks leaders with modern military training. I suspect Krutov will become key to their future conflicts with the Foundation.
Father.
As you said, Muldir, the Timekeeper is unlike most of her colleagues.
She's a truly extraordinary young woman. Based on my collaboration with her team in Antarctica, I'm sure she has prospects beyond the Foundation. I hope your meeting brought something of value.
It did, to my surprise. Recall all personnel on the field to the Sanctuary. We need to accelerate recruitment and redeployment.
Yes, Father.
Let the residents of any nearby villages join us if they wish. We need all the strength we can muster.
All of them.
Civilian or soldier, human or arcanist, take them all in. And keep an eye on Ptolemy until I return. And should I not return, command of the Griffin Legion will be transferred to you.
Father.
What's the rush, old man?
I've been expecting you, Lieutenant Lilia.
So you recognize that Ptolemy is a good-for-nothing bastard then? At least you're a better father than you're a soldier. But being a half-decent father won't save you from the crimes you've committed or the lives you've taken. I said it before, I'll say it again. I will personally escort you to the judgment seat.
Give me a minute, I'll go deal with the intruder. Walking into my home with blood-soaked boots. Such insolence. Does he think sending people to die makes him special? He'll pay for this in blood. That's nowhere near enough. He'll have to scrub every bloodstain off the floor. I don't want to hear any excuses. This whole mess is his own fault. So he claims those big shots forced him to stain his hands, huh? How convenient. And this plan to restore everything to how it was? Utterly foolish. But the fact that he followed it to the letter makes him no different from the ones who devised it. To realize their grand vision, those so-called realists kept piling weight on one side of the scale. Sacrificing one innocent life after another, just so someone could remember a name that wasn't hers anymore. Absurd. I have one thing to say to those arrogant megalomaniacs wanting to play gods. Anyone who has forgotten their own name is as good as dead, and forcing them to wear it again won't change a thing. What happened has happened. Those bloody footprints can never truly be erased.